house shrouded in mystery, one cold-blooded murder, a refuge from reform corrupted on its very core. The stone walls whisper in the night, watching you and testing you. The sight of a cold-blooded killer has been seen roaming the corridors, a killer who was asked to prove his loyalty to God. Despite complying with such a heinous act, the monk was slayed at the scene. His soul now belongs to the house. The crooked entrance will consume you into darkness. There's no escaping, no running away. The darkness of this house will forever be etched into your memories. This is The Haunting of Heskin Hall.
Well, thank you, Lynn, for inviting us into this beautiful home, Heskin Hall. Can you tell us a bit about the history of the place?
Well, the word Heskin, unlike a lot of place names, hasn't been really sort of cited in any particular language. We don't know where it comes from. We do know that it predates the Norman conquest.
Yeah.
It was built basically as a kind of a tax house. If you look at a lot of properties of this kind of nature, they have an L-shaped, and they had usually construction of two spiral staircases. The spiral staircases are the key, and the method of construction, which is brick built.
Mm-hmm.
So you had this built, you had others with similar footprint built all across the land, and the one very simple reason for that was Henry VII invented income tax.
Right.
Initially at 10%, and it was supposed to be temporary. It wasn't temporary, was it?
Yeah.
But he didn't have HMRC, so he needed a method of collection. All he had left to use, or what he had to use, was the remnants of the feudal system, which had basically been decimated by things like the Black Death and the War of the Roses, which he came out victorious from. So by the end of that, you had an awful lot of sort of social strife and social upheaval and changes. At the end of over the course of almost 2 centuries, he came out on top, and he was left with what he had. And one thing you do was, money by then was important because of the fact you had all that social upheaval. Up until sort of then the Black Death period, it wasn't really. It was more barter.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So you ended up with this. You had to have something to do it. So they built these smaller houses of manors, and you put your second or third sons in.
Right.
And it gave them something to do, and they collected taxes basically in the area, which makes sense as to why it's here, because the main road is just over there, and that's a main road that, as far as we can tell, has been there since any record at all began, or any map drawing began. That road has been there.
Been a road
it's
there,
always been a road up there. So it makes sense, if you're going to collect tax, have it somewhere accessible.
Yeah.
And then you've got the yew tree on the front lawn, which was there to basically ward off any sort of bad vibes or ghostly happenings, etc. Because of the fact they would, as a tax house or as a place for administrative thing, you would often be cutting people's hands off, killing them, etc. Because that was one of the things you did then. If you didn't pay taxes, pretty brutal.
Yeah.
As a response, it wasn't like put you in jail. It was.
So it's been an interesting house, really interesting house.
So that's why. I mean, that's probably why it was built. Then you had the Civil War period, where again it had some things happening. Where you'd there's actually a couple of Civil War musket balls in the staircase.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, and that's when our ghosts are supposed to have arisen from.
Oh,
so that general period, Cromwell's soldiers are alleged to have arrived here.
Right.
Discovered that there was a priest. We do have a priest hole. Found him. He denied being Catholic anymore. Said he had in fact converted, and to prove it, he said that girl over there is Catholic.
Wow.
Locally, she's known as Matilda.
Yeah.
And to make him prove it, they made him hang her from a beam upstairs.
Wow.
Still did not believe him, so hung him as well.
Wow. Well, you just saved me a question, because that was going to be my second question.
Yeah.
But going on to the paranormal, I know you're not a non-believer. You live in this property with your family, so you've got to live with them, haven't you? But you are aware of some bits that are going on. Can you explain a few bits to us?
Well, we've experienced sort of milder things. Previous occupiers a lot worse. Things like when it was used as a training place, we know that there were instances of pans being thrown around kitchens and things like that. For ourselves, when we were converting it back to one building, because it had been split up and we took it, one of the things that happened was my husband was downstairs, my brother upstairs, and they both heard at one and the same time a voice shouting their own names.
Oh, right.
Simultaneously, and it was a woman's voice, and the only other person on the property that anybody knew about was me, and I was over in another part of the building altogether.
Right.
After that, the central heating system worked.
Okay.
After that, it didn't. But it's little things like that really more than anything. My husband was once down here doing a wedding, because we do weddings, we do events of various kinds, historical events. We've got one coming up, for example, that's a 40s day on the weekend. A various reenactors coming along. And one of the weddings, my husband was in the kitchen, starting some cooking off, and he heard a really, really bone-chilling scream. And he knew the only person in the hall, apart from him, was likely to be my sister-in-law, and she would have been upstairs. He thought perhaps somebody's broken in and was upstairs. Grabbed a kitchen knife, dashed down the corridor, absolutely nothing at all.
Wow. Okay.
So it's often more things that we hear, see out of the corner of your eye, perhaps something like that, rather than, and things moved.
Yeah.
Things would have moved a hell of a lot. Early on, before we put cabinets upstairs, we had a lot of pictures lining the walls and the upstairs corridor. Now, one day Martin shouted at me to say, come look at this, because everything, we are fully alarmed. It is movement and heat censored. And he yelled at me, I went upstairs, and all the pictures were askew all on the walls. So we just went, okay, and I told her stop messing about, shoved them back. Came away. Following day, phone, come quick, come back upstairs. Went upstairs, and they'd all been neatly stacked along the floor.
The pictures have been stacked?
Taken off the wall and stacked along the floor.
What an intelligent spirit we've got. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is really good.
All neatly stacked. So
Oh
we
my
do.
gosh.
Oh, we do things gone missing, and every household has things gone missing, and we know that. Everybody, you think so. But when it's a chair for 3 months and it reappears in the middle of the corridor,
Oh, my goodness.
you at that point start to wonder what the hell's going on.
Oh, we've got a lot to go on tonight. Really have got a lot to go on with. Make yourself be known to us, please. I'm Pam.
I'm Julie.
I'm Alan.
I'm Aaron.
Come on.
So we've only just started. I said we're just about to do a sweep around the building. Julie's got the SLS and she's just picked up a figure here, just on the bottom of the staircase. It's disappeared. Yeah, it's disappeared at the moment.
Can you hear whistling? It's just like a little whistle. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you then, but there was like a whistle.
Do you want to show yourself again? Can you step forward? Who are you?
What happens if I put a little ball? Now, I've seen one of them lift off
It's back.
off the chair.
The figure's back.
Okay, and he stood right here. It's not me. Okay.
Oh, the door's just gone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Look, it's quite big.
Come and say hello to us.
I won't feel that breeze.
You know what?
It's across my legs.
Quite warm.
That door's just
Was it?
Yeah, I just said that.
And as you can see, it's quite still outside.
Excuse me,
still.
Jim. Excuse me.
Oh,
No, it's still. What?
That's
it's
locked.
kicking its legs up.
The door's locked. Okay.
So where is he? On the stairs?
No, he's in front of the monkey by the chair.
All right. Okay.
Okay. He's come very close to the camera.
Wow.
Okay. Can you step back, please? Can you step back away from the chair? Can you go towards the lady?
That was if he's.
I feel like I'm-
Oh, there's another one.
Oh,
I feel
The
like
child
I'm burning
on the
up.
That was a
stairs.
child, yeah.
It's the two of you here.
That was a child. That was if he's like blocking here.
This figure here, it's putting his arms out as if it's stopping you from going up to the stairs or going towards whatever. Okay, but a little figure come between the arms. Just there where the REM pod is.
What was that?
That's that door
Stop the
again.
door
I
again.
thought I heard a voice.
That
Was a voice.
That was a voice.
Hello? Can you move something for us?
He's trying to block. He's trying to block here. Oh,
Is the figure back
The
again on the
shower back.
stairs?
Mason.
Can you move the ball on the stairs for us? Can you see the ball? It's gone again.
The child's just
Oh,
there.
and again. Hello?
Who are you? Kick your legs out. Now, he's sitting in the chair.
Can you give us your name?
He's kicking out at you two, you know.
At us?
Yeah, the figure's kicking out, look.
Where is the figure? Is it behind the banister rope?
No, it's in
It's
front
like
of
it's
you.
guarding the kid, because the
Yeah,
kid
that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
popping out.
Sweetheart, if you
Wow.
want to come down and speak to me,
He's guarding
please
here.
do so.
Yeah, I'm going to sit.
Oh, Alan, the camera's gone all out of focus.
He's kicking you out the way. He's reaching out to you to move. Whatever's guarding here, guarding this area.
Proper kicking.
Well, I can't feel you kicking me. Come on.
Can you go towards the lady? Go towards the lady and touch the lady.
Well,
He's kicking out at you.
I've just done a sweep off up this area and we're all clear.
You okay too?
No, nothing.
Right.
Oh,
You're doing a spirit box session.
yeah. If we've got a child with us, please give us your...
You hear me?
He's trying,
That
Is
did
he-
sound like a voice, but it was
he's
quiet.
trying to do something here.
Is that stick still there, Jim?
Yeah.
It's making itself huge. Whatever it is, it's spreading itself out. It's like protecting this area.
Kicking
Yeah.
out as well.
And is it you know, is there something off, is there something here it's attached to? There's boxes there with locks on, old boxes. You've got an old chair.
We've got a what's it here?
A musket.
A
in there.
musket ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there any spirits in this property? Can you step forward and make your presence known to us? Talk into that device, that noise that you can hear. You can use that to communicate with us. Perhaps you could bang on something. Use your voice to tell us your name.
I think we should do an EVP base now.
Quickly,
In here?
yeah.
Definitely,
Go for
because
it.
we've had a small figure and this big figure's disappeared.
Yeah, that's fine. So we'll do an EVP and then we'll lock the barrier alarms off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, me lovely.
Okay, so want to do an EVP burst? Who showed themselves on camera? Who is it who was on the staircase? Can you give me your name? Do you want to talk to us? Ends of EVP. Okay, so we've done sweep and this ends. I think we need to keep moving.
Yeah. I think set that barrier alarm up. So everybody needs to get on the staircase.
Right.
I know what I'm going to put. Oh, I know what I'm going to put. Oh, I know what I'm going to put. Oh, right, are we going up, are we?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
set the barrier alarm down here.
While we're upstairs.
We've set REM pod up and the little trigger object cat ball there as well.
REM pod was going off.
The REM pod's gone off.
Yeah.
Who's in the room with us now then? If you can touch that ball, you can touch that device. Let us know that you're here. You want to speak to us.
Yeah, the history to this place is just absolutely amazing. I've been told today there was 47 different families that would have lived in here. Are you alright, Ju?
Yeah, there's one right beside Adam.
You got company?
Yeah.
You got a figure?
It's smaller. Okay.
We're getting a lot of children, which is known for the place, isn't it?
Well, if it is children.
Well,
But it's a small figure, isn't it? We don't, at the end of the day.
people were small.
Yeah, exactly. So, but again, we'll try and find out that through the night. Who's coming through? We're getting a lot of SLS stick figures who are following us around at the moment.
How do you feel, Aaron? You're on camera there.
I feel alright. I mean, I'm obviously concentrating on operating the camera, but I feel okay. I feel like we're being watched, definitely.
I felt that tonight as I was walking around with Diane, our helper, and I felt as if somebody was following us. And there's a particular room, the doll's room, and I had a bit of a funny bit in there, which I'll explain again later. So we didn't get it on camera. But again, is it to do with the history of the building, of what we were doing? Has it fetched somebody forward?
I think, like I say, it's consistent as well with the idea of the spirit girl as well, especially if we're getting a child-sized figure on the SLS.
Well, it's been a staircase as well. There's been reports of her running around on this floor, further down. There's been reports that's where she was hung. Also, the priest. This priest is being hung as well by Cromwell's army.
Yeah.
There's one right in front of you, Adam, as
Okay,
well.
see these figures that keep following us, they keep appearing, and we're talking about this history and what's going on. Someone is really intrigued with us tonight.
As if he's climbing the wall here.
Okay.
Oh,
You okay?
he just moved him out the way there.
Is he following Adam? Yeah, he's following you, mate. He's probably wondering what you're doing.
You know, it's like before, whoever it was downstairs wanted to knock that camera out of your hand, because it was like as if he was, which we didn't catch on camera, but it was as if he was punching, trying to punch it out your hand.
Again now.
Is he?
So one thing to see. It's funny, it's because we had that downstairs when we were interacting with the recorder, and we're getting a figure then. It's rather not happy what we were doing. Not happy what you were doing on a staircase. You stand on a staircase and we've had this small figure.
Yeah.
So, is this connecting with the spirit of this little girl?
Maybe.
Do you feel alright, son?
Feel fine.
But if you think
To your legs.
I was kicking
there's
your
like
leg.
47 different families that lived in here.
Yeah.
It's literally attached to you,
So it
Adam.
could be anyone really.
Literally.
At the moment we don't know, we've only just started.
It's not this, is it?
You're moving. No. You're moving and it's moving with you.
Okay.
Kicking out.
We've got stick figures. We've got footsteps. Right. We've had no EVPs at the moment. We've only just started. But this is a massive building. We've got to get round this building tonight. We really have. It's huge. We're just doing a sweep at the moment.
I heard a breath.
It sounded like it was laughing. Are you laughing at us?
It's kicking your legs, Adam.
Okay.
It's really kicking out.
Whoever's following us, or people, or spirits are trying to get our attention. But we aim to find out who it is tonight, who's with us. Hopefully we get something through on the recordings, especially if we can get a name, and then we can clarify whether this name's connected to the building.
Yeah.
Okay, we're coming to this part of the building. This particular room, it's a through room. It goes through to another side on there where the doll's room is. Now earlier, Pam had been round and gone to have a look, doing a sweep around the doll's room. She's actually seen the doll moving tonight, which was really creepy. But she was just having a look around the building and she had no camera with her. But we'll introduce you to the doll's room soon. But what I'm going to introduce now, the PMB, Paranormal Music Box. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up in an area in a corridor that pushes through to the other room. And let's see if we get some activity on this. Okay, it's now set. We put it in the hallway over there.
So, just to recap, is that going off? So it's just
That's
set. So just to recap, then we've covered all areas that we've been in so far with the K2. We've had no electromagnetic field energy at all.
Nothing.
We've set the barriers alarms up downstairs, the infrared barrier alarms.
Yeah.
we've been walking with the SLS. We've had some success with the SLS.
Just had one next to you.
A small figure that's near me constantly, which is fine.
What the heck was that?
You hear that? Sounds like tapping on a tin.
Who's behind you? Who's in that room?
Yeah, Julie's picking it up.
Any spirits in this building that wish to communicate with us right now? I've just heard a man's voice. So we're going to do a spirit box session. We tried to do one pretty much in every room in the building just to see if we could pick something up.
What to do? What to do, Julie?
Something was coming in the doorway. Like as if it's agitated.
Someone doesn't like us being in this room. Let's see if you can get a connection with that then.
Yeah, so basically it's going to scan through radio frequencies on the AM frequency, and it's basically just bursts of white noise. And if any spirits want to communicate with us, they can actually manipulate the radio waves to talk to us. It's been quite successful in the past, so we'll go straight for it. Just to make it a bit interesting, I'm actually going to scan backwards as well. To any spirits in this building, step forward and talk into this device in my hand. Can you tell us your name?
Pardon? What's that say?
I didn't catch
That was a
it.
sentence.
It was a word. I don't know what it
That
was.
sounded like robbers.
I said yeah then. Can you tell us your name? Did you die here? Were you persecuted for being Catholic? I do not.
I do not.
I hate that. Wow. Who?
That was a woman's
They're at the
voice.
entrance.
The entrance for Julie's picking up here, the doorway.
Maybe. Were you in hiding? Were you in hiding from the crown?
Something
Rush,
yourself.
Rush knocked out.
That just sounds like something yourself.
Are you a man? Yes or no? Are you a girl? Are you a child?
I was battered.
That was a full sentence.
Something off target?
Off target.
Are they soldiers?
Maybe. Oh. Maybe. Oh. That's a child. They're gonna get me.
Oh,
That said they're gonna get me.
you're off target. And oh my god.
They're gonna get me.
Yeah, they're off target. So is that Cromwell's army?
Yeah, and before.
Did they get you?
Get me out.
Did they get you or did you get away? Everybody died.
Everybody died? Oh my god.
No, everybody died.
How many people died?
Come on, use our energies.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Didn't they fought on this land?
Yeah.
They fought at the civil wars.
I've got a pain in the bones in my neck there, you know. I've got a really cold breeze on my arm.
You feeling anything?
What is your name? I'm going to sit down then.
Because you were going to try, were you going
I've
to
just
sit
stood back
down?
up again. I was crouched down, I just went to stand back up. Is this someone's home? I'm being disrespectful.
Is this your home?
Can you say that again?
They strangled me.
What?
They strangled me.
You're messing. Who is it who's speaking? Ask me who it is who's speaking.
Who are you? I'd just like to say that we mean you absolutely no harm. We're here in peace.
That's alright. I'm cold. I don't want to say what I think I have to say.
I thought, rape.
Great.
You just said that as well.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't hear
well.
something. Julie?
Julie?
Jude?
Oh, it's okay. What's happening, Julie?
Right, Jude, get up. Jim.
Hang on a sec. Julie, what's happening? Julie? Julie, what's wrong? What's up? Who can you feel?
Why is she sat like that?
It's gonna explode.
Your head's gonna... You need to get up.
God, man. No.
Who is it, you? Who's coming through?
Yeah, it's gonna explode.
Alright. Keep breathing.
What was that? Did you hear that?
Oh my god.
Sounded like...
Take the pressure off my head, someone, please.
Take the pressure off her head. Pressure off her head. Pressure off her head.
Take it off.
Okay, we're here, Jude. We're going to get you up and try and get you to a chair.
Oh my god, it's dead out.
I've got you. Listen to my voice. Can you hear me? Ian, can you hear me?
From the beginning of the evening, Julie felt an uneasy presence following the team around. She confirmed this further using the structured light sensor in the form of a stickman. Both Julie and Pamela claimed the stickman was being aggressive towards Aaron. At this point, Julie had been very quiet, and it seems this negative energy has decided to latch itself onto Julie, subsequently causing her to collapse. Our cameraman Ian used a pagan cleansing technique to try and rid the spirit from Julie. And for the rest of the evening, she had to sit out the live investigation. The team continued without her, and the atmosphere became more and more suppressed.